Welcome to my channel, Vintage Lens. On April 14, 1912, one of the most famous shipwrecks in history occurred. The British liner Titanic, considered unsinkable, collided with an iceberg and sank in the North Atlantic. More than 1,500 people died as a result of the disaster. Until recently, it was believed that the iceberg was the main cause of the wreck. However, a new study by journalist Shannon Maloney suggests that several factors led to the tragedy, including a fire that broke out on the ship before it sailed. Maloney found a large black stain on the hull in photographs taken before the Titanic sailed. He believed it was the result of a fire that had been going on for 3 weeks and had weakened the metal of the hull in the area where the ship had collided with the iceberg. Experts from the metal industry agree with this conclusion. They argue that such a fire could have reduced the strength of the metal by 75%, making it more susceptible to damage. The fire on the Titanic most likely started in a coal mine. Coal-fired boilers were used on ships at the time, and fires in them were not uncommon. In this case, the fire could have been caused by worker carelessness or equipment malfunction. However, even if there had been no fire, the collision with the iceberg would still have resulted in serious damage to the ship. In this case, however, the tragedy could have had less widespread consequences. Besides the fire, other factors also contributed to the Titanic's wreck, including lack of binoculars for the forward lookouts. At that time, the lookouts did not have night vision devices and could only see icebergs when visibility was good. On the night of the crash, visibility was poor and the lookouts did not notice the iceberg until the last moment. Speeding. The Titanic was traveling at excessive speeds, which made it more vulnerable to damage. Insufficient lifeboats. There were only 20 lifeboats aboard the Titanic, holding only about a third of all passengers. This was clearly insufficient to evacuate all the people in the event of an accident. All these factors combined led to a disaster that claimed the lives of more than 1,500 people. The main version, which is supported by most researchers, is that the iceberg was the main cause of the crash. However, as we mentioned above, the new study suggests that fire also played a role in the tragedy. Some researchers believe that the Titanic was sunk on purpose. They put forward various conspiracy theories, including Titanic was sunk by insurance fraudsters who expected to receive large payouts. Titanic was sunk by competitors of White Star Line, the company that owned the liner. The Titanic was sunk by British intelligence who wanted to hide the secret documents that were on board. However, this version has no confirmation and is considered unlikely. Some researchers believe that light refraction was the cause of the collision with the iceberg. That night a thermal inversion was observed. When layers of cold air are located under layers of warmer air, this resulted in anomalous refraction of light, which could make it difficult or even impossible for the forward observers to see the iceberg. This version also has its supporters and opponents. However, it seems more plausible than the conspiracy version. What do you think? Which version is true? Please write in the comments. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel, it would be my pleasure.